Tonight we've organised the summer ball at the Shelbourne with a theme of La Dolce Vita. And basically we're raising funds for Educo, which is a charity that we set up, registered in Ireland last year, and with the aim of educating children out of poverty in India. So our aim is to build a school each year in India for the next 5 years. We've started already with a school in Mumbai, which we're building to educate street children out of poverty. And next year we're building a school in Calcutta, which is vocational education for older children or teenagers in India. But tonight's theme is basically a fun evening with about 300 people, so it's been a sellout. We're here in the Shelbourne. There's going to be an auction tombola, some fantastic prizes with that, be it jewellery, trips abroad and so forth. But the overall theme is to raise awareness of fundraising in India and to provide an easy way for people to contribute to it. In the slums, it's dramatic. It's because it's such a terrible and destitute place. Yet the people's atmospheres and their motivation, their smiles are just incredible. We shot some footage there, and you can see how the spirit of the people is tremendous. Face beside, they're abandoned children, abandoned animals, a grime, and it's really, it would break the soul if you didn't see the enthusiasm from the people. And surrounded by all of that, it really just puts things into proper perspective, that we don't need half of what we have, but there's a wonderful opportunity to change things there. So, seeing what Sister Paulette and her fellow sisters have done out of nothing in taking children that are 3 or 4, feeding them, educating them, and just the smiles at playtime, or that they actually have something to do, that they have games and so forth to look forward to. What's interesting is, they're all taught through English, which is actually it gives them better opportunities later on in terms of getting jobs and so forth. So while they learn their local language, which there would be Marathi, English means that they've much better chance of getting jobs so further out the land, and they're fantastic. Tonight, at the ball, we intend to raise, our target is €100,000. And we feel, we should have a good shot at doing that through the auction and tombola. Roughly, each school for us would cost approximately 200,000 because they're quite large schools, because they're in the centre of a very populous city, and to provide the education, the ongoing teaching and training with that.
Okay, well, I suppose over the past couple of years we've been working on projects in Africa with friends in Ireland, building creche facilities and orphan housing and so on with AIDS-affected children. We're also working in Niger in sub-Saharan Africa, where we're doing an extension to hospital and operating theatres, again on a women's health project. So we understand the difficulty and the logistical difficulty of these projects to actually construct major units in these foreign countries. So if we can be of any help and give some experience and some assistance, we're delighted to do so. The other aspect is that we employ quite a few Indian nurses in our facility in Kilbrew. We see that there is a scarcity of nurses, and there's a scarcity of new nurses being trained in the Irish system. So I think we're going to rely on these Indian nurses for a long time to come into the future. So if we can help in providing some education facility out in India, it's going to be a long-term benefit to us, and I think we're delighted to be able to do that and help and give something back, basically.
Tonight's ball, while it's an Indian theme, we decided to come up with something that's a little bit more, that's quite exciting. So everybody loves the idea of going back to 1960s La Dolce Vita, and it is putting it in that context. It's summertime, it's the good life, it's Marcello and Sylvia, and it's an easy way. When people are relaxed, they'll have a good time and they will contribute to the charity in India. People have been fantastic. We've had a lot of sponsors, and people, when they hear about the plight and what we are achieving in terms of building the school and educating the children. So we've had from RD, our main sponsor is Kilbrew Recuperational Nursing Care, which they've been fantastic. They've sponsored the overall event. But everybody from Aer Lingus to RTE to Castle Leslie in Monaghan to the Shelbourne Hotel. We've had a lot of people who've contributed in different ways. It could be the tombola or the raffle prizes or the auction prizes. And that's really where they've given, it gets everybody enthused, and that's what people will bid on or will go for.